that's the game we're playing. Welcome in, everyone. I am here with a very special guest. Would you like to introduce yourself?
No.
Okay. Why do I always get guests who do this?
Because you leave it as a question.
Lily, please introduce yourself.
Okay, hello, I'm Lily, your local internet goblin, and yes, I am Robin's girlfriend as well. Yeah.
Yeah,
She is. It's nice.
You can find Lily on at Marvelius pretty much everywhere. I'll put some links in the description.
I haven't streamed in a long time,
but you should
probably
still,
about a year at this point. But
you should still go and follow her to push her. To push her. But yeah. She's a lovely streamer when she actually does it once in a blue moon. And I'm really glad that you're enjoying Unavowed. I haven't caught up on the latest VOD, but I'm going to do that before Sunday. If you don't know, Pank is currently streaming Unavowed, which is one of the first games that I streamed on this very channel.
Nice.
And they seem to be really enjoying it. I've been following along and poking fun at their problem-solving skills. But it's a great little game. They're doing a really fun thing. They have a lot of cool guests on.
Cool.
But speaking of Wajidai, this is also a Wajidai game. This is a game from 2015, developed by Technocrat Games and published by Wajidai. I have played this game. Lily has not played this game, so you will be going in blind on this.
Aww.
Now, I will say also, I don't remember a whole lot of this game. It's been a couple of years since I played it.
Oh, okay.
But I'm going to give a couple of content warnings straight up. This can get fairly violent. There are a couple of gory sequences, and there's going to be at least one quite violent death early on. I will warn about that. I'll give a little bit of warning. In general, this is a game that deals with corruption, police violence. There is a lot of, I would say, manipulation, particularly people being forced to do things against their will, both physically and emotionally. So there's this is a game that kind of goes heavy at times, so please watch with care. But I will try to give more accurate content warnings in the description if you're watching the YouTube VOD. But for now, I think we're gonna just get started. So, and if chat could also please confirm that we sound okay, that would be amazing.
In the future, we wear turtlenecks.
Looks like you found the place.
You're sure this is the one?
I'm positive. Lata Sesame goes by Magdala in the trance. There's a big gap in the records, and it's shaped exactly like her.
I thought you said he put a lot of effort into it.
They've been hiding her activity, but weren't covering up their own work very well.
If they did, then I...
How are the headaches?
Won't be a problem for much longer.
You understand the plan?
Don't worry. I know exactly what I'm doing. After all, I've been planning this for years.
Getting unchill vibes from this man.
Kind of looks like one of the guys from Man from U.N.C.L.E.
Yeah, he does look a little bit of Ilya, like evil Ilya.
Yeah.
There's nothing like being
Thank you for
trans.
letting me know it sounds
A world
good.
built of abstracts and intellect. Of
Nothing like
tangible
being
thought,
trans.
Where every part has been crafted by an individual
That is
soul.
not
It's the
really
purest form of contact a person can have. Mind
subtext.
to mind.
There's
It's
going to
the
be a bit of
pinnacle
that in this
human
game.
achievement. Some might say that achievement in the physical world is somehow more meaningful. To them I say, join the future or be surpassed by it. Within the trance, we are millions of minds as one. But even as far as we've come, there's still one serious flaw. Its reliance on the real world as its backbone. And disconnections. Damn. Don't panic. I'll just go and speak to the building manager. It's not like there's anything to be afraid of out there. Let's get this over with.
Now, before we actually start with the game, I am going to read you a Steam review of this game.
Yes.
Which I shared in the Discord, but just for everyone who has not seen it. This review was posted in, let me see, November 2016. Headline: Tricked by the SJWs again. Snap, they got me good. Played just over 2 hours before they unleashed their agenda. Suddenly I'm looking at interracial gay marriages and hanging with minority trans people in a progressive paradise where it's the norm, as apparently nobody's even surprised by it. Just past the refund period. Well, guess it's my own fault for taking my time and inspecting everything instead of rushing through the story. Edit. Edit later that same day. Edit. And now I found lesbians and a gay robot and some other cringy thing I forgot.
Christ.
So just that, as a warning, that's the kind of stuff that we have to look forward to.
you know, it's definitely a good person when it's not just that they are like, yeah, it's got gay marriages, but it's interracial gay marriages.
Oh yeah, definitely not a big red flag. Also, they do mention here that this is a progressive paradise. That's not really what we're dealing with.
Yeah.
But we will get to that.
I assume they just go like, oh, these things exist, so therefore it must be a progressive paradise, because in the real world it wouldn't.
Yes, pretty much. A little bit less glamorous.
Better go and talk to the building manager. Ah! Ouch! Huh?
First 3 notes of Megalovania.
Password error? I guess the doors were open.
I already said I'm interested. You don't have to sell it to me.
Trapped?
In the future, everything is Megalovania. For the first time that you can remember. For the first time you can remember, the prospect of staying inside your apartment is frightening to you. I can relate to that. Yeah, so we have this is one of the main gameplay mechanics in this game, is that we have the trans thing, and we're going to be transing it up, which is basically we log on. That's what we do.
Yeah.
But we're going to log off for now.
So we trans, but anytime, well, you know, we're not connected to the internet, basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
The NetGames trophy I won in '84. I don't know why I've still got it. I pretty much scrapped everything else to build the wetware still. Even if I could see out, it's not a nice view. Hundreds of other Skanto apartments in the barrel. The darkness is supposed to encourage people to move out. Not me. Just makes transing easier.
Oh, which transing was easier? The shower curtain glows an eerie yet somehow soothing blue. Your project must have finished its final stages. The apartment's food machine, which pipes your infrequent meals straight into your home in semi-solid form. Your machine's been broken for a while.
Thing?
We're gonna get to the droopy thing.
The
machine's... It's full of blue overalls, the kind provided by the city to the unemployed. Made out of a cotton paper blend, they are mulched and recycled into new clothing rather than cleaned.
I'm not sure when I got this out of the machine. It's still soggy, though.
Let's touch it.
Nah, I'm not that hungry.
Okay.
The NetGames trophy I won in '84. I don't know why I've still got it. I pretty much scrapped everything else to build the wetware still. It may take up the entire bathroom, but this still is totally worth it. By growing my own wetware at home, I'll never need to leave the apartment again, unless something like this happens.
Oh, it's a dream. Never, you can just be online all day. I built an internet machine in my bathroom, so I never have to leave the house. The reviewer kept playing though, so they probably had some hidden fascinations. Yeah, I do think that the edit is what makes it. It's like they soldiered through. You remove the gelatinous clump of semi-organic wetware you've been cultivating in the still. It looks like it's grown enough to be useful by now. Ugh.
So they do literally mean wetware. Cool.
Literally internet goop.
Goop.
Guess I'm not as strong as I thought. I'm not getting out this way. Even if I cared that much about the apartment's rules, the sign's fixed to the wall.
What does the sign say?
Tenancy rules. City housing support. This housing is provided as is by the City Department of Social Welfare, until such time as you are able to secure employment. Basic facilities are provided within. Since your stay is temporary, please do not damage. Temporary? Huh. I've been here for 2 years now.
I'm gonna say, I've been looking at flats lately. This is not the worst I've seen.
No.
And it certainly wasn't
That's
provided
real.
for cheap. Okay.
The panel by the door also controls the apartment's net connection, call system, and thermostat, as well as the door's locking. If you could get inside it, you might be able to set off an emergency unlock. It's a homegrown lump of techno-organic wetware gel. It's for connecting my brain's wetware to the external systems. The NetGames trophy I won, I don't know why.
It looks like Uzi. We have a clump of
that's
Uzi.
an insult to Uzi.
It's not an insult, dude. It's a little ball, little blue ball, a little cute blue ball. It's Uzi. We have to apply Uzi to
Sorry,
the door.
it's breaking up a little bit. One sec.
You're sounding fine for me at the moment, but yeah, I think we're gonna have some issues. £1,000 a month. £1,000 is optimistic. Alright, so we're gonna try. Hang on, if we go. Oh, hang on, we forgot to. I forgot to actually interact with the food machine, I think.
Okay, I think it's all caught up now. I think it was because I briefly went on to Discord in order to post on Discord.
You did another thing? Breaks.
I know.
Computers can't deal with two things.
I know. Well, to be fair, I've also got Twitch open. I can see the comments or chat.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Baby, making noises. You feel a flow of new data as your wetware inveigles itself into the food machine systems. I have no idea what that word means.
Also, I realised, because internet was going a little bit weird, I realised that what I was talking about was the drippy stuff rather than the actual, like, blob that you had.
Oh yeah,
Uzi.
the food on the table.
Yeah.
Food. Food machine. Okay.
Inveigle. To win over by coaxing, flattery, or artful talk, or to obtain by cajolery, or to lead astray as if blind, to persuade to something evil by deceptive arts or flattery, to entice, to ensnare, to seduce, to wheedle.
Huh. Okay. Interesting. Never heard of that word before.
I think I might have before, but I definitely had forgotten it.
Okay, well I got a... Let's try the thing on the door panel. Let's rub Uzi on the door. The apartment's centralized systems speak to you more clearly than ever as your wetware joins with its systems. Okay, so we should
I realised we
now...
can just rub Uzi things on a lot. Did my thing click?
There we go. Ah, thank you for... Well, Transvisibility Day is over, so... that was... Thank you for letting me know. I wasn't paying attention. Right, so because we rubbed the wetware on the stuff, we now see those things in the trans dimension. We can now connect to them.
Right, yeah, I think I'm gonna have to close and reopen.
I'm Sheffy, your interactive guide to THE Foods Auto Meal Sweets.
Who are you, and what are you doing in my food machine?
Hi, I'm Sheffy,
We already had this bit.
I'm the voice of your food machine. I'm here to help you make the most of your machine and all the delicious possibilities. And if there's trouble, I'm here to help you out.
Love Sheffy. How is it going on your end?
There we go. It's finally shown up. So now... Oh, for some reason it's not come up with a thing so I can share it. Annoying.
What are you looking for?
So my I'm no longer appearing on the stream.
Oh, you are now. You are.
Oh, am I?
You're back. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think maybe you minimized the window or something. Because you're back now.
Right. Wow. Okay. Well, it's all good now. Cool.
You came back pretty much right away. So yeah, just leave it as this, and we're all good.
Cool.
We all good.
Yeah.
Also, I got to have a sippy 18 minutes ago that I missed, so I'm gonna have two.
Oh, sippy. Oh, that remote. Shit, I didn't actually bring my drink into the room. 1 second.
Oh no, go and get your drink. I'll nibble her while she's away. The real Technobabylon was the stream issues we had along the way.
Yeah.
Oh no, accidentally minimized everything. Okay.
Okay, so we're talking to Chef.
We're talking to Sheffy, who is our food machine.
What kind of things can you make?
Using THE's patented and proven protein fiber synthesis reserve system, I'm able to whip up some of the tastiest treats you've ever had.
Oh,
Right?
thank you,
Just
and have a good
Before you
sleep. It
know
was lovely to
you'll
see
be
you.
having the most cost-effective food you've ever tasted.
You're dodging the question.
My recipe books are always getting bigger. My best friends at THE always come up with great new ideas. Everything from protein surprise to Nutri-Blood casserole.
Ugh.
Don't be like that. Give them a try.
I've had to live off your crap for 2 years now. It's bland, and it feels like runny puke. I have trouble swallowing, and every mouthful makes starvation that little bit more appealing.
I'm sorry to hear that. Have you tried any of our new recipes recently? Let's look for some. Oopsie, it looks like I can't connect. Don't worry, you can always use the memory cards in the machine to upload delicious new recipes.
This is exactly how I feel like when people have smart fridges.
Oh god.
How do I get trays and cutlery?
Haven't you been eating with us for years?
Humor me.
THE's food machines have self-contained vacuum formers to recycle utensils. Just put your tray back in the machine when you're done with it.
What's on your recipe card now?
On the menu today, we've got... Uh-oh, looks like the memory card's been taken out of the machine. I'm so sorry. I can't cook without my recipes.
Some master chef you are.
If you can find some new recipes on a memory module, I'd be happy to have a go with them for you. I live to serve.
Ciao.
Bye!
Okay, so we've stolen the. I don't think we can do anything with the door. We've got the card out of the machine.
Forsooth, who would summon the guardian of thine abode?
Oh
Who are
god.
you?
I am the defender, the guardian, the knight. No threat shall dare intrude upon thy domain while I stand watch.
Do you have a name?
I do not wish to trouble my lady with such minute details.
So.
Details.
Whatever
Details.
my lady.
What's your function?
Sounds a little bit like
I
Space
prevent
King.
intrusions
Yeah.
upon thy fortress. The physical and the etheric.
I found you in the door's terminal software. You're the apartment's network security, aren't you?
Quite so. Trojans and malware, flee from my presence.
But you also control the door's security.
A vital role, milady. None shall threaten the sanctity of your domain.
Tell me about yourself.
Sentinel Systems Nightwear, a data and physical security product of Sentinel Systems, version 3.02. Licensed to City of Newton Housing Services.
What's with the knight in shiny armor routine?
Who is better suited to the role than a loyal defender of the realm?
Okay, now tell me properly.
My lady, thine own.
Out of character!
Following managerial reformation of Sentinel Systems, the company's theme was shifted to a feudal design.
Has anyone ever told you that you get real tiresome real quick?
Customer research has shown the knight image to be effective. 89% of customers associated with increased security and ability to solve threats. 67% associated with defense of a home in a professional manner. 55% found it more confidence-inspiring than Sentinel's previous mascot,
Which was?
the sheriff. Following last year's New York police riots, public perception of such personnel diminished considerably.
Can't imagine why.
Yeah, that seems unlikely that people would stop trusting law enforcement. Yeah, imagine if this is how you interacted with your fucking appliances. No one wants this. Yeah.
But the metaverse, Pank.
Yeah, exactly. The
The
metaverse.
metaverse. Don't you want everything to be an interactable journey?
Don't you want that instead of pressing a button, you have to fucking chat to an algorithm? Isn't that
rather
much
than,
better?
Like, setting a dial on my dishwasher or something, I can instead try and figure out what exactly the key phrases for it are, and it'll actually do the thing I want it to do.
That's so much better. Or then maybe it has a program that will sort of smart interpret and guess when you want to use it and what programs to use. That's so much better.
Someone was saying the other day in Bun's server about because there was a dishwasher or washing machine which was gonna have AI chat GPT or something in it in order to figure out what it was that you wanted.
Oh my god.
But yeah, can you imagine as well if it just had voice recognition software and just heard you say the word cotton, regardless of whether or not you actually want it on cotton, and so it decided, right, that's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, it's just none of this. No one wants this. We should have learned this with the Kinect, where we realized that no one. It's not actually better to have voice activated controls, unless you it's an accessibility thing. But if given the choice between just pressing a button and flailing your arms around, no one wants it. It looks cool on film, but you don't want it in real life.
Yeah.
The door seems to be stuck. Can you do anything about that?
Attempting to operate door drive systems. Attempt 2. Attempt 3. It would appear the machinery of the door itself has become fatigued. The terminus is unable to compel activity on the door's part itself. The safety unlock would doubtless serve you well at this juncture.
Can you use the safety unlock?
I'm afraid I cannot. It must be unlatched physically.
So where is it?
It lies behind the terminal. With sufficient armament, mayhaps thou shalt reach it.
Gee, thanks. Ciao.
Fare thee well, my lady.
Adore his performance.
Oh.
Physically. Physically. Dear Miss Sesame, this message to remind you that you have not been attending your scheduled employment meetings. If you do not inform us of absences, you risk losing housing support from the city. You have been receiving city support benefits for 711 days, and we hope that you will be able to improve your circumstances soon. Yeah, been there. A proposal. Dear Sir/Miss, my name is Marcus O'Shea. I'm the chief financier for the Oklahoma General Martin Carter. His recent death at the hands of a rival warlord has left me with 150,000 quanta in his finance. If you will allow me to transfer through your bank accounts, I can offer to share. Well, we needed the money, so let's meet up. Hey, Dala, seems like I haven't seen you in years. No idea if you heard, but there's a big game coming up at the Rotunda. If you're up for leaving your apartment, we can probably get you a place on the team. XOXO T. Do you want the extra interface speed? The extra cost? Extra speed with extra farm. Open attacked imag for order info.
Yeah, I really trust that attachment.
This looks fine.
Yeah. All good. Oh no.
I see no problems with this. Toxic Sigma. Oh no, Toxic Sigma mails in our inbox. Yo, Dala, good hearing from you. Though I know really it means you want something.
Oh god.
Basically, yes, the batch of blue wetware you got is cracked, so you can grow it yourself. Just don't grey goo your place. It needs a few things. 1, water, since that makes up 99% of it. 2, nutrition. It is an organism after all. 3, heat. In the normal stuff, it'd cause it to break down, but this blend is activated instead. Okay, that's good to know. That's how it works. I need to refresh. Oh yeah, we can't connect, can we?
This music's very much giving me Mass Effect music vibes.
Actually, yeah, that's a good point. It kind of is. It's like sort of epic.
Alright, let's poke that malware and throw it at the Guardian. Actually, in fairness, if we do activate the Guardian, it might just remove it.
I believe we have to install in our memory card. Yes, there we go. Now we've got a fucked up memory card. Our memory card has grown veins.
Oh no, not the veiny memory card.
And now let's mess up Sheffy.
Oh no.
You load a memory module into the machine. After a few moments, it begins to glow, indicating a successful connection.
This might constitute as cruel and unusual punishment for Sheffy.
Yeah, I feel bad for Sheffy.
Hi, I'm Sheffy, your interactive guide to THE Auto Meal Sweets.
Sheffy is so webcomic coded.
I was gonna say, I'm not to compare everything to everything else, but I'm getting big questionable content vibes.
I was thinking questionable content. I was thinking Elgoonish Shive. But yeah, like definitely that era.
It's very much got like early 2010s kind of webcomic vibes, where someone has been drawing anime for a while and is kind of getting a little bit of a hang of like drawing something slightly different.
Yeah, it's like it's still very manga inspired, but it's not quite. But you can tell that that's where they started out, but they have just got to the point where exactly, they've just got to the point where they have sort of got their own style. But it's definitely that.
What's on your recipe card now?
Some new recipe data. It looks like.
Apparently, whatever virus was writing that email. You don't look so good.
It's nothing that can be worked around.
Sounds more like you need someone to put you out of your misery. Why can't I put metal in the recycler?
Not while I'm a boss.
Oh, Sheffy's losing it.
No, I think we should go through them all. see what answers we get.
I don't like your food.
I like your face.
How do I get trays and cutlery?
Fork.
Yes. And the trays? How would I stop you stopping me? I need a fork.
Yeah? How about I stop you stopping me stopping you?
Then I guess I'd have to Stop you stopping me, stopping you stopping me? How would I stop you
You're
stopping
doing so
me?
well,
I need a
Sheffy.
fork.
Yeah? How about I stop you stopping?
Then I get... Will the machine work without you? What? That doesn't really answer.
And it gets on.
You're really, really annoying. You know that?
It takes one to know one.
What?
Your mama!
You don't look so good.
I'm a teacher.
That's nice. What about your...
I'm a chef.
Yes?
I'm a chef.
Ciao.
Oh, he does. It's so good.
Forsooth, who will
Forsooth.
summon the guardian of thine abode?
I think Sheffy the chef's come down with something.
The steward harbors a blight? Zounds! This shall not be allowed to continue!
Sounds.
Foul harbinger!
Oh fuck.
There are grave accusations of treason upon your head, steward! Stand and face me! We shall see what trial by combat makes of you!
I'm sorry. I don't quit.
Have at thee!
Rest in peace,
Well,
Sheffy.
that takes care of
Yeah.
her.
Jesus.
Jeffy's dead.
R.I.P. Sheffy. We killed Sheffy. So now I think we should be able to, because she wouldn't let us do this before.
We can put that in recycle.
There we go. So can we? So
Yeah, what was the reason we couldn't recycle metal before? Was it just it's not what it's supposed to be used for?
Yeah, because we can only recycle plastic, and we needed
Right.
something metal. After a few moments of mechanical protest, the machine eventually gives in. So I think... Why do I keep going up there? Can we do that?
Got
There
it.
we go.
No.
You can hear... Oh, dear!
Yeah, loud. Wow. Yep, this guy's going full on Fight Club.
Yeah.
And we were struggling to get out of our apartment because we needed a metal fork. The Battle of the Wits.
There's going to be a pretty
This is
gruesome
it.
death
Animus
happening
Organics.
pretty
You
shortly.
think Central's right on this one?
I still don't think an AI, however powerful, could predict a crime like this.
However, if it does help us catch the mindjacker,
Central hasn't exactly been generous with the details. I don't really think we're gonna find anything here. There are other, stronger leads we ought to be chasing.
Also, I'm curious, Dappling and Anliava, if you recognize any voice actors, because I didn't actually look up who was voicing in this game.
Hey, Lau.
yeah?
I've
Haven't
lost
recognized
count of the
anything
number of times
so
the Mindjacker struck.
In Newton or globally?
How just a figure of
Like,
speech.
she
Been
sounds
on the
slightly
rampage for too
familiar,
long,
but...
now he's
Yeah.
our territory.
Should give us the advantage.
I believe she has been in Overwatch Jedi games, but I will leave that up to my mods to do some digging.
Yeah.
At least we've managed to link the previous mindjackings to one suspect.
It's the MO. Historically, mindjackers have used some kind of external gear. They use another system to extract, before storing it in their own neural tissue,
So they'd need a terminal.
which is usually how we catch them. It's conspicuous.
But are mindjackers not behaving the same way?
No, his tools appear to be built into his own bodily wetware system. Some kind of resonance imager in his body, maybe.
Whatever it is, it's less invasive as well.
Exactly. His victims suffer massive hemorrhages, but no external injuries. State of the art, but a dead giveaway.
Yeah, so yeah, we're kind of in John mnemonic territory.
So,
here.
I need to
Central
watch
predicted
Johnny
our
Mnemonic.
mindjacker was going to
I remember
strike
it being
here.
pretty good.
You don't trust it?
I just don't understand how it came to that conclusion.
Obviously, we're doing our jobs right. We collect data, which Central interprets. Based on that data, it maps a pattern.
But why isn't it a pattern that we could see?
It's not only us. Central's got all of the city, the whole net to draw on.
But it won't tell us how it's come to the conclusion where the mindjacker will strike. Does it think we can't understand? Is it concealing something?
Just be glad we've got an advantage like Central.
I still don't like it.
Yeah,
I mean,
so
I'm
this
kind
is,
of on his side, frankly, given the way that, quote unquote AI has been turning out.
yeah, what they're doing here is exactly the kind of shit where you have like the AI, not AI generated, but like you have this kind of weird pattern recognition thingamajiggy, and like that supposedly maps out like crimes and
Right.
predictive crime, blah blah. Are they going to
Very
mention
like
that
Minority Report sort of things.
they may do. I don't think we're going to see a lot of it coming. There might be a little bit of talk about that coming up, but
You don't
not
like that
right
Central's
away.
predicted this, do you?
It's not how investigations are supposed to be done.
Admit it. You're afraid your job's going to be stolen by machines. Kind of like weavers, factory workers, authors.
Just how old do you think I am? No, don't answer that. I just don't like having that key bit of information kept from me.
You need to learn to work with Central. It's not our enemy. It works for us as we work for it.
I wanted to play this game a little bit over a year ago, and I'm glad that I waited because this feels extremely off its time.
Yeah.
There's a real problem with LLM. It's a black box process. We cannot understand why it's making certain choices, or why it fucks up, or why it gets some things right. Exactly. And also because it's dependent on the data that you pump in, because really that's all an LLM is just pumping. That's the thing with LLMs, is that they just return the data that you put into it. So how do we know what data it's even been trained on? And why is it making certain predictions? Why is it seeing certain patterns? Is that data biased? Which most of the time it is, because
Yep.
statistics are not infallible. So going through the cast here, yes, Sarah Al-Maleh, that was one that I remember was in this game. She's been in a bunch of the other.
There was something... Oh, sorry, you carry.
She's been in a bunch of the games, and the one game she was in lately that was not a Wild Jedi game that she did a great voice in was Hi-Fi Rush.
Ah, cool. Who was she in that?
She plays Corsica in Hi-Fi Rush.
I'll
The
just look.
really cool Scottish lady.
Okay, Corsica is a name of an island. Cool.
Yes, it is also. I think in Spain. I think it's Spanish island.
Yeah.
Thank you for
In
doing
the
something.
Mediterranean Sea. Oh, it's technically part of France.
I know there's a rally in Corsica.
Oh, big gay lesbian. Yes.
Yes.
There we go.
Excuse me, one of the big gay lesbians.
Animus Organics.
That's what the sign says. They're one of the city's largest computational biotech firms.
What do they make?
Wetware mostly. Wouldn't be grown here. Probably in Eurofed.
This place is just the offices?
Regional headquarters, Central tells me. Do we know why it predicts the next attack will take place here?
It won't share that with us. Need to know. A high-tech firm like this must have secrets worth something to a mindjacker. Do we have any ideas about our perp?
The fact that he's stealing data straight from living neural wiring is disturbing, but it tells us a couple of important things.
Oh?
Well, previously caught mindjackers have usually burnt out after 1 or 2 attacks. Sharing a whole other's brain worth of data is pretty taxing.
So we're looking for someone with a really specialized wetware setup in their heads. Pity that won't tell us what they look like.
The other problem is how slippery this guy is. Only fragments of appearances on
Well,
camera,
he's got a
no
lot of
clear
wetware.
witnesses.
Which means he's either
Probably
a
why
master
slippery.
of disguise,
Slippery
Or
when wet
there's some
there.
pretty high-up collusion to hide him. That wouldn't surprise me if
Slippery
he were a
when
business
wetware.
hire.
still, after
So
this
good.
many hits, he may start to slip.
Even if it's just his psyche breaking.
Slippery wetware man.
He's got so much wetware, he's just sliding and slipping all over the place.
Also, a lot of assumption that it's
Yeah,
going to be a he.
specifically for forming
Yeah,
neural
sure.
connections between systems. The blue stuff. The nano machines keeping the modern world running.
It's funny. When I think nanomachine, I picture tiny gears and turbines, when really they're just bits of proteins in macromolecules.
They still perform all kinds of mechanical tasks, just smaller.
I guess I'm technically more of an expert in them than you are. I used to make them for a living.
Yeah, but you wouldn't know what to do with them anymore. Organic computing, that's my field.
Let me know if you find anything.
Will do, Regis.
I think we're gonna
I
have.
cannot take the term jacking seriously. It's every time.
Wow, he's so tired after all the jacking he did.
He's just jacking so much. Normally people burn out after like 1 or 2, but this guy just keeps going and going.
He just can't stop
Jack all
jacking.
day.
Can't stop jacking it. Because he's got so much wetware, he's jacking it all over.
Oh man, this guy's lubed up.
Alright, I think we're gonna have some blood in a little bit.
Cool.
Hey,
Oh, yeah.
anyone there?
Doesn't look like anyone's around.
One other thing I was going to say as well is because you mentioned about the whole thing with regards to like afraid of like your jobs being taken sort of thing because of like comparing it to like weavers and stuff. It just reminded me about like the sort of term Luddite, where it was more less about scared about the technology and more about the fact that like it was going to take the jobs and that the factory owners and stuff weren't gonna provide. It was gonna fuck up their local economy, and the only people who were going to be benefiting from it were the people who ran the company, not all the people who worked for the company, because they would just get straight up fired, and that's why they were destroying all the looms and things.
Exactly. It was in hindsight, it's well not in hindsight, but in historically that term is now just meant or become it's become a word that you use for someone who is just scared or doesn't know or understand technology when as you say, it was they had legitimate concerns, and like in a theoretical sense, like in an ideal scenario, if some technology made your job obsolete, you wouldn't have to work. But that's not the case. We're making people's jobs obsolete with technology of very varying quality, and then those people just have to find work again in an ever-dwindling market because there are fewer and fewer jobs available.
Exactly, and their specializations don't mean anything anymore because, they've been replaced for it. And, it really sucks.
It really does suck. I think we need to look at a car. An expensive-looking car sits on the road. If you were in a worse mood, you might be inclined to ticket it.
Go ticket.
Well, you technically have the authority to commandeer vehicles for sale business. Central would need a very good reason to override the card systems. Yeah.
Hey, service!
Animus must be one of those places that doesn't keep staff working nights. Very strange.
But they keep the door open?
Yeah, and the lights on? The company's front desk, in a big firm like this, you'd expect it to be manned 24/7, but the staff have disappeared.
Oh, me knows.
Maybe gonna... we could try the elevator.
The elevator's locked. Panel says authorized personnel only.
I guess we need to find someone who counts as authorized then.
Okay, I think now is when something is gonna happen.
There is a
there we go.
screen. Well, Jesus.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Yeah?
What'd you find?
A security card. This man was custodial staff, a janitor.
Probably not our mindjacker's target then.
Still, I don't think this was an accident. We need to find out what's going on here.
This man is the victim of a long drop, but from where and why? Yeah. Something's going down up above.
Yeah.
It's unlocked floor.
I mean, I think we
26 for us.
just saw what
Must
was
be where
going
its
down.
owner was working.
Fuck's sake. That guy was going down pretty quickly.
Damn it all.
Burns all around the planar nodes and his wetware wiring. Yeah, this is our mindjacking victim.
Central was right.
The attack was recent, maybe minutes ago. The mindjacker was probably interrupted by the janitor who ended up on the street.
There's only one other way out of here, to the roof. We need to get up there before he escapes again.
Yeah, you would think, yeah. The desk phone's protection. Yeah, at least one of them should do something.
Maybe.
The terminal is still unlocked, apparently in use at the time of the attack. Roy Atwood, HR Management. There's a time and a place for the trance and it's not up on the roof. Yes, it's private, but it's also extremely dangerous. Therefore, management's asked me to keep the roof access locked, unless it's an emergency. FYI, trans cravings do not count as emergencies. Oh, I get trans cravings all the time. That is definitely an emergency. Seriously, Avery, you're great at your job, but you need help. The management of Animus Organics would like to remind colleagues not to make statements to the press regarding product safety. An investigation into recent high-profile exponential wetware growth, or grey goo, accidents is underway and will be released when completed. We'll go on from Central. Please be aware that tomorrow's midday UV exposure index is expected to peak at 8. Your genetic background indicates a propensity to melanoma. Please take extra care in order to maintain long-term health. The Newton centralized government advises you to restrict outdoor movement to after sunset, except for vital. Hey man, just wanted to say big grats on the engagement. Aww. Aww, he's engaged.
Yeah.
She's a really swell girl. Oh, fuck's sake. Thea just ripped down a bunch of laundry that was drying on my radiator.
Oh no.
She's a really swell girl, and I know you guys are going to be so happy together. Catch you after work. Oh, Avery. That's a bummer. Okay, so we need to get to the roof. It needs to be an accident. It needs to be an emergency.
The attack was recent. Maybe
The mindjacker didn't want...
he probably didn't mean to send him out the window either.
His ID badge says Gerbach, Avery. He's an HR supervisor.
If the
Right.
mindjacker's in corporate espionage, it's a pretty strange target.
Have Central run his data. See if it can flag anything.
Yeah, some police tape, like maybe call someone.
Nah, no one needs to know.
It's just a mangled body lying in the street. Arctus Dorset, Roy Atwood, Klaus Månesson, Eurona Diener, Pat Gallant, Matt Zolf.
I think I found the office manager's contact.
See if he'll help us. Remember, be consistent when you're talking to him.
What? Who is this? Do you have any idea what time it is?
Mr. Atwood, my name is Dr. Regis. I'm an investigator for Cell.
What? I mean, what's happened?
I just need to ask you a couple of questions about your workplace.
Oh, Nuke. You're calling from the office. What's happened?
Don't worry, you're not in trouble. We need access to the roof stairwell in your office.
Wait. How do I know you're really a cell agent? I can't just give out the code to anyone.
You have nothing to worry about. You're perfectly safe. We just need your help. I'm transmitting my credentials to your terminal.
So you're really a cell agent. I guess I can't say no then. The roof access code is 6167.
Thanks. Other cell agents may contact you later for more information.
Hey. Plaque in identifying ownership of the office. Roy Atwood, HR Operations Manager. This must be who's in charge of this floor. Alright, let's 61, 67.
Come on, we've almost caught up with him.
But how did he get up on the floor?
He's got wet
The
wet.
mindjacker!
Freeze,
Slippery.
cell
True.
agents.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, shit.
Pew.
Pew, 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 pew.
Lay down your weapon and put your hands above your head.
Does that ever work?
Sometimes. It was worth a try. Cell doesn't appreciate people shooting at its agents.
If you cut it out, maybe we'll put in a good word for you.
You're under arrest on suspicion of illegal trafficking of neural data, breaking and entering, and homicide.
Let's not forget, shooting at cell agents.
The only way off this rooftop is down, either with us or over the edge.
Frankly, the second one's fine by me.
Oh,
Good to know. Cops.
Probably shouldn't have said that.
What?
Back to the Future time.
Wait, he had a spy
Lifting
zeppelin.
gear.
He's escaping by aerostat.
Central. Our mindjacking suspect has fled the scene by air.
Interceptors dispatched. Cell Corps officers have arrived on scene at Animus. Please return to headquarters for debriefing.
Nuke it. We were so close.
That's gonna be a weird report to write, I think.
Yeah.
Lau, Max,
What? Huh?
were you sleeping
What?
on duty?
Sleep? No, I was trancing. For work, of course.
Dr. Lau was submitting her case report.
We were so close. Have you found the aerostat he escaped to?
No records have been found of such a vehicle.
What?
Radar and air traffic records show no aerostat present at that time, and no communications traffic has been identified regarding the aerostat.
Maybe he deleted them? Covered his tracks?
That would require access to an improbable number of systems, including my own. Such an undetected intrusion into central systems is implausible.
Are you saying we're lying?
It is possible that you were mistaken. Human error. For the moment, you are advised to pursue other lines of inquiry.
If you say so. Something's going on here.
I just love that the implication that they mistook him using a jetpack to fly off to a
Yeah.
a big zeppelin.
It was probably like a weather balloon or something, you know.
Lau is already settled in at her desk. Might as well let her handle the case
Hey,
report.
Lau,
Yeah?
got any ideas where we can look next?
I thought you were supposed to be the lead on this case. We could look into that other lead. What was his name?
Gil Vanderwall?
Yeah, that's the one.
I thought Vanderwall made it pretty clear he wasn't going to speak to us.
Might just be the way you handled him. Tact is apparently not your strong point.
I like to speak my mind.
I'll contact him and see if he's more open to persuasion. He might cooperate if you're not there threatening him with physical injury.
He's a dyed-in-the-wool felon. He deserves worse.
But if he can help us...
All right, see what you can do.
I love how he said, boomer ass, I'm just saying what everyone's thinking.
Looks like we found our latest casualty.
Damn it. Why him, though?
I was wondering the same thing. We're assuming the mindjacker's a data thief. The usual MO would be to target valuable info he can sell on the black market.
But this guy, he was an HR administrator.
Apparently a very good one, but not the kind who'd be let in on company secrets.
We'll just have to ask the mindjacker when we catch him. Let me know if you find anything.
Will do, Regis.
Okay. The cell-issue Traveler, like the civilian models in many ways, capable of making calls and running apps, the specialized model carried by Cell possesses more powerful sensors and encryption. The Traveler is connected to Cell's secure systems for an update cycle. Interesting. An electroshock weapon with an output of between 2 and 8 million volts, this tool uses an ultraviolet laser to ionize a channel of air, allowing electrical charge to pass from the device to its target. While intended as a Sorry?
Why would you need 8 million volts?
Jumpstart a truck? Or, I don't know. While intended as a compliance tool rather than a lethal weapon, that does not look like a compliance tool. Care must be taken in its use to prevent accidental fatalities. No fucking shit. You already got the preferences set up to how you like them. What do we need to do then? Let's use the terminal. Here we go. There's a Vikshka. Viksha and Charlie, May 2066. It is very important that you download and activate this package in a secure location as soon as possible. Tell no one. Lives depend on it. You download a data package to your traveler. You're unsure who this might be. An informant, perhaps. As much as you dislike the cloak and dagger approach they've requested, you'll take any help you can get right now. Hey Charlie, why you hogging loud so much? The rest of us need a wirehead on cases as well. I could probably guess why you're not letting go of her. Well, hey! But seriously, man, give the rest of us a turn. Howdy. Oh god. Dr. Regis, as per our discussion at your last checkup, you've still not opted for enhanced neuroconnective wetware. While not yet critical, please remember that your work will be increasingly difficult as support for non-wetware systems is phased out. Ooh. Ooh. Fulcrum admin, Charles Regis. Your monthly payment of $8,100 for the rental of the Tier 42 Northwest Balcony Garden has been processed. Approval for continued use granted by E. Vargas Centralized ADM. Thank you for your continued contribution to the city's green skyline. Dr. Regis, the optical feed from your office is no longer functional. Based on past examples of your behavior, I believe it likely to be by your own hand. While you may object to perceived surveillance, please recall that this is for your safety and that of other cell staff. Oh, fuck off.
Yeah.
Fuck off. For your safety.
Gross.
Very gross. That's actually a nice thing about not working in an office anymore, because I used to work in an office where they had security cameras everywhere, and it's just a horrible feeling to have them staring at you. Dr. Regis, apparently my previous answer was unclear. No, I will not help you with your investigations despite your crude threats. If you continue to make baseless accusations about any supposed ties I am alleged to have with organized crime, you shall be hearing from my lawyers. Hi Charlie, I'm afraid it doesn't look good regarding Baxter. Central's approved the parole. Don't take it personally, it's not like they ignored your input, but, well, you're not exactly going to be the most objective person after what he did to you and your wife, are you? Got any news? Oh, look what we got. The Blackwell Epiphany, the movie. I want to see that. Anyway, here's Vanderwall. That was fucking good. That's really good. Thank you. Oh my god. Eurofed adopts metric time. Continuing a long-standing process of standardization, the Parliament of the European Federation, EF, has today ratified the uptake of metric time across the 64-member union. The measure, signed into law by EF Prime Minister Jacqueline Santini, is planned to be rolled out over the course of the next 4 years. Under the scheme, measure of the time of day is to be divided into 10 hours, each with 100 minutes made up of 100 seconds. Santini, whose Federalist Party have been one of the keenest supporters of the new policy, greeted the change enthusiastically. Computing and commercial time measurements has long been carried out in a metric scale with atomic timing, and the division into 24 hours has itself merely been an arbitrary convention of history. While commonly referred to as metric time, the measurement of a day into periods of 10 should more accurately be known as decimal time. Internationally, the EF's policy has gained little traction, if not outright criticism, with some leaders condemning the changes as unnatural. The Oceania Cooperatives government was less emotive, issuing a statement that though the change was one demanded by the European voter, which we will respect as a democratic institution, will of the people, they made clear that the OC has no plans to adopt any similar measures.
God, I'm sure that's going to be so fun for programmers.
This game was released like a month after Brexit, so...
Oh god.
No, this was before Brexit. This is 2015. Yeah, no, this is pre-Brexit. It's a year pre-Brexit. Currently dry with light outbreaks of rain, blah, 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 blah. I don't think I need to read that. Have we got anything here? No, that's just our oh yeah, this is our case. Beginning in March 2087, a string of data theft attacks have been carried out within Newton. Using a process of resonant modulation with subjects' neural wetware, the informational contents of individual victims' brains is being destructively removed with fatal consequences to targets. And we have 18 victims. Not known. Subject appears exceptionally skilled at infiltration and may have inside help from larger sponsor. Case specialists Regis and Lau are assigned to compile all available data on Mindjacker's activity, including investigation of latest targets for analysis by Central. What do we... Do we need to look
I trust
this?
Max, but I know Central would hear everything in cell headquarters.
Okay, so we can't do that now.
Yeah.
Do we need to call anything? No, we don't have a number, so I think maybe we gotta...
Yeah. Might be worth going to, like, I don't know, the roof or something.
Yeah. Let's look around a little bit. Notices cascade across the board. You dislike the way they need to move all the time and believe that it reflects the short attention span people have in the city. Yeah, it's all TikTok.
Oh god.
Though you can tolerate Dr. Santiago's opinions, it looks like Dr. Preston's the only one in the office. He'd rather avoid another sermon on the merits of centralized government.
One of Central's
Interesting that
fisheye
they've gone for
cameras.
this rather than, say, like, private police.
Robo. Why do we not have a robo?
Oh. It's gonna be like that game Van played with the...
Which one was that?
I don't remember which one. The robot might have been called, like, Peepo or something?
Oh.
They picked this guy up last night. He's got something in his wiring that might be contagious. I guess that means I'm safe, but still, poor kid. Hey kid, you alright?
I don't think we can do anything here. But yeah, okay, I think we need to find a space to look at the data. So, check the lab.
Locked. Dr. Santiago must be working on something he doesn't want me seeing.
But yeah, let's see if we can find a roof or something. Oh. Let's go to the balcony. We did read about we own a balcony for some reason. Or rent a balcony.
I'm assuming probably because the vibe we're supposed to be having is that this guy's like an old-fashioned guy sort of thing, and so he wants to appreciate like.
There's always something they find to help them. Drinking, the trance, even God sometimes. Me, I've got a place I like to go to. It's helped me when I've been troubled in the past.
You know, he's kind of got Bruce Campbell vibes, except like less of a chin.
Yeah, I see what you mean. He's like a slightly squished Bruce Campbell.
Yeah.
He has the voice. It's not like that similar, but he has that kind of furrow back in the throat talking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That I associate with Bruce Campbell.
Yeah.
It's empty.
You're fortunate to have gotten a garden this high up. The view just about clears the city's forest of skyscrapers, and on a good day the Indian Ocean is visible from your bench.
It took a lot of work to make, but it was worth it. This engineered tree is the kind of memorial I think she'd appreciate.
It's gonna get destroyed at some point, isn't it?
Let's hope not. Not even having to glance for a moment, those words are etched in a memory deeper than anything else. I keep saying Vishka, it's Viksha, Regis, beloved wife, friend to all that lives. 11th of August 2034 to the 2nd of January 2067. Think of us not as engineers, but as artists.
I'm not climbing that.
I didn't mean to climb the tree. Alright, let's look at the data.
Here goes
Oh,
nothing.
my internet's going a bit.
Yeah, we can still hear you.
Yes.
Regis? Central's still giving us a negative on the aerostat. It's like it just vanished. So I thought I'd better give you a heads up.
Do you mind? I was in the middle of something. How did you find me?
Central told me you'd be here, at Fulcrum Tower. Also, it said, stop turning your traveler off.
What a surprise. I like my privacy, though. That's why I come here.
You hang around the balconies much?
How's your internet looking?
Better now. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I think it was a bit of a blip.
Okay, good stuff. Good stuff.
Take a look at the plaque.
Viksha Regis, beloved... Oh, Regis, this is... I'm sorry, Charlie, I didn't know.
You wouldn't have. I don't tell anyone about it.
Wow. I know you've got some seriously high-up strings you can pull, but I didn't think they'd ever let someone be buried up here. And how the hell can you afford somewhere like this?
We were married for 4 years.
I'm sorry it couldn't last.
We met in our professions. She was a engineer as well.
You didn't have kids?
My previous work, well, it left both of us infertile. We had embryos prepared through IVF, but we never got to using them.
I'm really sorry. I remember reading... It was Baxter, wasn't it?
Don't push it, Dr. Lau.
Sorry.
She isn't buried up here. She was processed, like anyone else.
I see.
The tree's special, though. I made it myself, from scratch.
Planted and grew?
No, made. It's a cross of Chrysophyllum caneto and Prunus cerulata. The junk DNA in every cell of it contains her entire genome.
Wow.
Takes a lot of looking after.
But you're doing it for her.
Makes it all worth it. You're right, though. This place is very expensive. Why do you think I live in a pod in the southeast barrel?
I didn't know that was where you lived either. I think I figured out why you went off the grid to come up here tonight. You heard about Baxter, didn't you?
They let a monster like that walk.
They didn't parole him because they approve of what he did. He's out because he's got skills Central thought would be useful. With a governor jammed in his limbic system, well, he won't be the same man. He can't even imagine hurting anyone again.
Even if it were completely true, I know that there is absolutely no way I could forgive him.
On the bright side, he'd probably be pretty mad at you too. Well, if he could have thoughts like that anymore without falling over and puking, you put him away, and that counts for something. I know it's not exactly normal for you to open up, but if you want someone to talk to,
Central wants us?
I'm afraid so. We better get going.
So yeah, Clockwork Orange happening a little bit.
Damn
Yeah,
it,
yeah,
Max.
let's get
Just
moving.
get moving. I want a moment to reflect.
All right, Regis.
Max, I'm sorry. That came out wrong. Things haven't been going great today. Max,
Yes?
Nothing.
That's all right, Charlie. I understand. I'll be in the car.
I can't ask for her help in this. I'm not even sure what this is yet.
I think we might have lost Lily.
There we go. Internet was going a bit bad. I was only getting like little bits and bobs. I think what I'll do is I will I'll watch the stream on mute, so
Okay.
I'll be like a little bit behind.
Okay, that's all good. That's all good. If there's anything I need your help with, I'll let it catch up.
All right, cool.
Okay.
So yeah, I only got bits and bobs after he was saying
Yes.
about the
Now, what is this
the
about?
tree being like he made it.
Yeah, I'll fill you in after this bit.
1448D-C, 1448D-E.
Excuse me?
Your stomach lurches as you recognize the image. You know them. You've seen them before, but you hadn't remembered them by number. Yeah, so basically, he made a tree out of his wife's DNA, basically. They were both engineers, which is a word I really don't like saying. They had some embryos created and frozen, which is coming into play now.
Ah.
Whoever is calling you has 4 embryo containers, your own.
What about them?
They were removed from the Alrasis Medical Center, originally deposited at 1615 on the 11th of November 2065. They have been fertilized by yourself and Dr. Viksha Regis. They were frozen at the earliest viable phase of growth. 3 are female and 1 is male. They were deposited after your fertility treatment proved...
Stop! Why are you telling me this? Who are you? And what are you doing with my kid... my embryos?
You are about to meet with a contact, Gil Vanderwall. In his home is an active memory module, a most unique model. You will secure it for us. Further instructions will follow.
And what if I don't? That image could be a sim.
Apparently, you need more incentive not to waste my time.
Oops.
Well,
1 is
broke
gone.
one. They killed one of the embryos.
3 remain.
yep.
Do it quickly. Your legacy is in jeopardy.
A conflict brews in your mind and in your heart. Giving into blackmail like this would be the antithesis of everything you stand for. But as an agent of the law, and both as an agent of the law and as a human being, on the other hand, you cannot bring yourself to risk a small part of the legacy that you've worked for so many years to maintain.
To save the lives of our children? I think I can accept that.
Oh no, indeed. I like this little animation.
Despite the incident at Animus, I may have some good news. We might have a break in that string of myjackings.
Vanderwall agreed to talk.
Yeah. How'd you guess?
He couldn't hold out forever. What did he say?
Didn't want to talk over the...
Lau?
Central wants a word.
Dr. Regis, Dr. Lau.
This isn't just a social call for an update, is it, Central?
Dr. Regis, lately you have spent a great deal of your time off network. It is for your safety and that of the citizens that we...
Central?
All points bulletin. Evacuation in progress at Barber's Gate Transit Station. Case officers Regis and Lau assigned to crisis management.
What's happening at the...
All case data has been transferred to Dr. Lau. Your vehicle has been rerouted. Please seek an expedient resolution to the situation. Central out.
Businesslike as ever. Let's go see what this is about.
We're at the Baldur's Gate station.
Advertising. It's all the same crap wherever you are.
It looks a lot more impressive if you're wired, though.
Supposedly, these things are interactive, if you're wired.
Considering joining the present day, are you, Regis?
Bah,
humbug.
Sir, over here.
I'm Dr. Regis. This is Dr. Lau. We've been assigned as crisis management.
Corpsman Durian, 4th Network.
Has it gotten any worse?
Not yet, but we've not heard any word since...
Hey, I'm the only one here who hasn't got wiring in his head. Central hasn't had the decency to update me.
Oh, sorry, Charlie.
Well, it's another one, sir.
Another what?
A, bomber.
What do you mean, another one?
This is like the 4th this year I know of. Central's been doing its best to keep public awareness down.
I guess it doesn't want public panic about it.
Or it doesn't want people to think we haven't got it under control. So how do you know about it?
I talk to people? I've got a social life, unlike someone.
Central marked him when he tripped a chroma sensor. Central locked down the trains and started an evacuation. It looks like he panicked and holed up in one of them.
Anyone in danger? Any hostages?
Central's not mentioned any in the case file. That either means there aren't any,
or it doesn't consider them sufficiently important. Probably wants the transit running again more than it cares about human life.
Sounds like he was surprised. Didn't have time to take any.
He's not thinking in terms of hostages. He was made as a weapon.
Regis?
He's a biobomber. The explosives are made of... they are his bones. That's how he tripped a DNA sensor.
No.
What's your take on it, Dr. Lau?
Honestly, it's looking pretty lousy for him. Doesn't look like he's got any human shields. I doubt an empty transit station was his intended target either.
Very astute.
Charlie, you're not gonna like this. Central's just bumped the priority. It wants the suspect neutralized.
What? Neutralized is a vague term. I'm gonna try to talk him down.
Regis?
It sounds like he's hesitating. He may be able to exploit that, but just in case, get to high ground.
Fine. You probably know what you're doing.
The signal is hope. Don't fire until you hear me say it.
Hope. Got it.
keep the public away, and run one more check for bystanders in the station. We can't afford casualties if this goes wrong.
Will Central approve of this?
We don't have time to wait and find out. Wish me luck.
Oh, just gotta not accidentally say hope.
Don't say hope. Don't say hope.
Hello?
Who's there?
I just want to talk. I'm unarmed, and I'm opening the doors.
What do you want, heathen?
The sight is distressingly familiar. The brace, the weakened bones, the signs of tampering in a young man that brings back memories long buried. It seems that the best hope would be to leverage what you know about him. Try to find some common ground.
You sound like you're from America.
He's got
Am I right?
bonitis.
He's
Texas,
got
I
really
guess.
bad bonitis.
Yes, you're right.
I thought so. I grew up there myself, near Fort Worth. What part do you hail from?
Houston.
I can remember what it's like out there. It's part of why I came here in the first place. I'm Dr. Regis, by the way. Some folk call me Charlie.
Thomas Beckett.
Like the saint. Nice to meet you all, Thomas. So, how do you like the city?
It's a wretched den of sin, like Sodom or Gomorrah.
Well, it's not my favorite, but I wouldn't go that far. I take it you're not here as a tourist.
I'm here to do my duty and strike a blow for the Lord.
Really? We're a long way out from the war here. Whole other continent, in fact.
Yes, I know. But now I'm surrounded, and I must make use of what I have. The fire within me.
How's the scoliosis?
What?
And the osteoporosis, the rickets, and the diabetes.
How do you...
It's a common side effect of sloppy prenatal genetic engineering. That and having your body lay explosive nitrates in your bones instead of calcium.
It's a test of our faith. Only the truly worthy who can...
It shows just how little the Gengineers who made you cared about your health. They made you to walk and to carry a bomb in your bones. The fact that you're a living, feeling, thinking human was merely an inconvenience.
I do like this guy.
Yeah.
Regis, I'm in position. Visibility good, 0 crosswind. Standing by.
There have been times when I've lost faith, but I can't let this be one of them.
I used to work with guys like you a whole lifetime ago.
The Lord's warriors?
Something like that. Kids who'd been altered, weaponized youth. You've grown up with so many health problems, groomed since birth for a noble sacrifice. But does this seem like the glorious role you were promised?
It is my duty to God to sacrifice myself.
In an empty transit station, thanks to a piece of bad luck?
This wasn't where I was supposed to go. But even the original target, it doesn't seem to fit with God's plan. But if I agreed to go with you, I'd have failed in my duty. I'd just be a prisoner in a strange land.
For the Lord hears the needy and does not despise his own people who are prisoners. Psalm 69, verse 33.
You're right. Wherever I am, I'm always in the Lord's sight.
There are more ways to do his work than destruction. We can help you find it. We can probably even fix your bones.
All right. I shall not resist.
Thomas, you've made a wise choice. More importantly, you've made it for yourself. Corpseman, the suspect is surrendered. Take him into custody. Carefully.
Yes, Doctor.
Regis, that was amazing.
Now you
Central's
can
going to
blow
be
up a
pissed,
police
though.
station.
That was a huge risk.
Screw Central. Come on. We've got work to do. The Corpseman can handle it here.
Yeah, with a little help from the bomb squad.
We did it.
Yeah. So how do you
saved a guy.
defuse a man?
We've got to do surgery on all of his bones.
All of his
So,
bones.
Vanderwall finally agreed to cooperate.
Yep, said he could give us a head start on the minejacker.
We'd better not keep the man waiting then.
That is one of my favorite. I don't know if it's a tweet or a Tumblr post, but it always makes me laugh. Doctor, what is wrong with my son? He needs surgery on all of his bones. I refuse payment. I do this because I love it. I'll find that and put it in funny in the Discord, which you can join here if you haven't already. A janitorial drone patrols the hallways, executing its adaptive planning software to track down dirt. I should say as well that you can totally fail that hostage thing, and in fact when I played Dr. Malpractice... oh, that was it, yes, thank you. You can totally fail that, and not Max, but another sniper will just take him out.
Oh. Interesting.
If you get him to say slightly the wrong thing. The dock in the wall where the autonomous vacuum cleaner gets its power and offloads its waste. There is a notice above it. The management thanks you for allowing the sanitation machinery and staff to continue their work by not obstructing the docks. These stations are for the use of custodial equipment only. It's so good. I do because I love it. Okay, we have a weird floating sculpture.
Get the appeal of this cubist stuff.
Looks more like abstract impressionism to me. A classic piece by Chandler, if I'm not mistaken.
You know, that's a lot less impressive when you can call up a search inside your head.
You've never struck me as much of an artist.
I can't believe Chandler from
I'm
Friends
not so keen on this kind of thing. The mag coil keeping it floating, however.
Could this art be any more abstract? What do we actually get? Oh, we got a magnetic
An adjustable magnetic coil, previously used to keep a piece of art floating in the air.
Okay, we got a coil.
Just, ruining some art.
Vanderwall, you there?
I think it still works.
You sure he's in?
He told us to meet
no
him
longer
here.
floats.
Central hasn't logged any departures from this floor since this morning either.
To be or not to be?
What are the bets? He's dead.
You think? Has there ever been a point-and-click game where you go to someone's door and you can't open it and they don't turn out to be dead inside? I can think of plenty of examples.
Haven't played enough. Point-and-click games.
That happens in Read-Only Memories. It happens in Snatcher. It happens in... It's a thing. Oh, it happens in Trilby's Notes, which is a game that I haven't played and probably won't. Despite that I do like it, but it's way ableist.
That's a shame.
Yeah, it's a game that was made in like the 2000s, so there's a lot of slurs and shit, unfortunately. Though I do still have a fondness for those games, but it's...
it can be difficult.
Yeah, sadly. Unless I mod them or something. While the door has an expensive hardwood appearance, you've no doubt that a man as paranoid as Gil Vanderwall has spared no cost to ensure that it's at least bomb-proof. Hope we fuck with the thing.
What do you make of this, Max?
My parents' old bot used to spend much more time in the charger than doing its job. I kept telling them to get a new one, but they never like to spend until they have to.
Hey, Max.
What's up?
Give me an update on the mind-jacking case.
Labs come back with the report on the body at Animus.
We can definitely link that one to our investigation.
Same MO. Victim was wired, brain burnt, but not consistent with a straightforward murder. More like a rapid, intrusive, and destructive brain scan.
So we're still going with memory theft rather than elaborate assassinations.
Exactly. No conclusive patterns on targets, I'm afraid. Vanderwall said he would give us a lead on the next victim, though.
So much for him retiring from organized crime. How are you holding up?
I'm okay. A little hungry.
I meant about what happened at the station.
I think you did the hard work on that one. Don't let it go to your head, though.
You've got a brain for wetware systems, right?
Don't you mean full of wetware systems?
This isn't just me being offensive. Can you have a word with the door controls?
I'll see what I can do.
He's not woke enough.
As much as I enjoy offending you on your way of life.
Got it. I reset the password. It's now password 1.
I'm just glad you're on our side now.
Damn straight. I could probably make a lot more money if I turned to crime.
Yay, crime.
I like Max a lot. She's great.
Gil,
Oops.
you in here? Oh, excuse us, miss. I'm Dr. Regis. This is Dr. Lau. We're cell agents. Miss, are you all right?
Regis, this is a synth. The look on your face is priceless. It's a very expensive one, but it's still a synth. And apparently out of charge.
Something else about it bothers me more.
I know. I sure hope that isn't blood.
Do you think it's gonna be blood?
Hello?
Seems likely it's gonna be blood.
I think I know what.
Unless she was preparing like pasta or something, you know.
That's a very expensive synth they've got for a house girl.
Jealous?
She's not my type. What do you think they use her for?
They may be married, but I wouldn't put it past them using her for other things than cleaning. There's a product marker on its back.
Seems
SNS
likely, yeah.
Synthetics.
They're not showing up on a net search. Maybe Vanderwall has more info on his terminal?
Good idea. We can see if we can get their help in extracting more from this machine.
See? I'm not just a pretty face.
So, yay. She was very messily making marinara and decided to have a nap standing up in the middle of the room. That seems...
Yeah, just normal synth behavior.
I believe once we go through these stairs, it's going to be quite a bit of gore. I think so. I don't recall exactly, but I just prepare for it if that is something that concerns people.
Jesus Christ.
Yes.
What the hell happened in here? Did someone get to Vanderwall before he could talk?
Maybe it's a domestic
He
gone
just got
bad?
exploded.
People
I see
explode
his
all the
legs.
time. Yeah. The blackmailer said nothing about this. Possibly didn't even expect this themselves. Still, you need to find what they demanded before the whole apartment is picked apart by forensic drones.
We should check around first.
What?
We need to get a look at it ourselves before the crime scene people wreck it.
Good idea.
Really?
Well, yes.
Who are you and what have you done with Charlie Regis?
What do you mean?
You're unusually cavalier today. You got something on your mind? I mean, I know you don't usually care what Central thinks about regulations, but...
This time, I think it could help us get a lead on our investigation. Besides, all the time we waste, the mindjacker may have found their next victim.
I like this, Regis. Let's get investigating.
You feel glad that Max suggested it and not you. Now you had free reign to... you need to find that device the voice wanted. Yeah, so, yeah. You know, you explode in your ensuite.
Mm-hmm.
It happens to
the best of us.
It happens to the best of us. Shower explosions affects over
We've
3
all
people.
been there.
We've all had a minor gory explosion, at least once or twice. Standing out from the festival of gore is a human hand. It appears to be fairly intact.
It's like they
Guessing
had
you're
an
gonna end up using that for a scanner.
In the bedroom?
Well, let's grab it. Oh, slushy sound effect.
Slurp.
Don't
It's like
like.
they had an industrial accident.
In the bedroom?
Yeah, they are
Industrial
not.
accident in the bedroom. That's what happens when you fuck the mates in.
Yeah, that is what I assume has happened here.
God, it's like that. I think it's a warning sign of like, if you put any human body bits inside here, like you can put them in, but they will not come out unchanged.
Oh yeah. Ugh. Have you ever seen one of those really gory, like safety videos?
Don't think so.
It was one of those things that I remember people were passing around like during the early internet, like these like very, very graphic like shock videos were like people like there were genuine videos that like industrial plants would make to be like, okay, this is what happens to you if like you put your hand in this.
Yeah.
And they would do like reconstructions of it, and they were like really, really graphic because they wanted to scare people into not doing it.
I mean, it makes sense, but also, oh no.
Yeah, oh no indeed. This pad appears to control the floor-mounted wardrobe. The panel seems to be showing an error message. That's not a good sound. Mechanical error. Please ensure that there are no obstructions to opening the... Oh.
Oh no.
The wire coat hanger seems to be stuck in the joint between the floor and the floored robe. I love that it's called a floored robe. After a couple of tugs, the hanger comes loose. Yeah. Okay, so now will it work?
See anything interesting?
Yeah.
There's an empty gun rack in here. Ammunition, maintenance tools, cleaning spray, but no gun.
In their closet?
Maybe it's their outdoor gear. There's fishing equipment in here as well.
Are you taking stuff again?
It might be useful. Call it a hunch.
I mean, this just seems annoying, honestly.
What, the floor drum?
Yeah. Is that really more?
I mean, like, you know, it does mean that you can kind of use the space for stuff and it's like not obstructing your view or anything, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
But also, you know, you've got to make sure you actually have enough room below to actually store it.
Yeah, you have to have like a huge amount of room underneath. You have to rely on it working, for one, if you want to get to any of your stuff. You always have to keep that particular area clear at all times.
Yeah.
You can't move it.
Yeah.
Alright, let's look at the body.
There's something at the bottom of the pool. A pistol?
Our murder weapon?
One of them, maybe. It's too deep to reach.
Not without severely contaminating the crime scene anyway.
A jacuzzi sits in a corner of the room. You wonder what kind of man needs to have a pool quite so readily available at all times.
I have no idea who that's supposed to be.
Shall I
I'm not
transport
sure.
you?
There's no such thing as comfortable ignorance anymore, is there?
I'm not so sure we should
Well,
be
people are
that
weird.
worried about contaminating the crime scene. We did just pick up a human hand.
Yeah, I think that part of it is...
It's like they had an industrial accident.
In the
That
bedroom?
part is way late to worry about.
It's like they had... I think I'm carrying as much of Vanderwall around as I want to.
Okay.
I don't think I can...
Jacuzzi body.
My warning's... sorry, my internet's going a bit funny at the moment.
Just about
That's
make
alright. I
out
think
a
we should
pistol at the bottom.
probably
Careful
actually...
how you get it out, though.
We're coming
You're
up
the
to
one
2
who's
hours.
always lecturing me about
think we're not going to go
contaminating
for much
crime
longer
scenes
anyway.
with DNA after.
But we've got the hand. I don't think there's anything else here. Oh, a photo. Can you look at that? What have we got on the photo? A photograph of two men, a younger Giel and Dakari Vanderwall, by an urban river. In the background, the Eiffel Tower is dwarfed by looming glass skyscrapers. I think the Lily's had some internet problems. This might actually be a good idea to save. Let's see if we can get her back. I'm gonna see. So I'm gonna see if we can get her back just to end the stream, but we'll finish up looking at this photograph. The back of the photograph has a note written by hand: "The wedding, August 2071." What else did we get? We got the fishing
Apparently,
rod.
the Vanderwalls were outdoor sports enthusiasts. They'd have to take this quite far inland to find any live fish, though. The rod doesn't seem to have a hook. A steel coat hanger. Until I pulled it out, it was jamming the floor drobe's mechanism. Gil Vanderwall's cold, dead hand.
I think we might be lacking a Lily for the rest of the stream. I'm not getting a response on the messages. So I'm gonna save.
Hey, Max.
What's up?
Didn't mean to talk to you. Sorry.
Keep at it, Max.
Can do, Regis.
Keep at it, Max. We're gonna say, so we do save.
Oh, I can hear you properly now.
Oh, hello.
I've been keeping... Yeah, hello. I've been keeping quiet just because, like, everything was breaking up, so I didn't want to, like, break up the stream.
Oh, that's so good.
But yes, I can at least hear you properly now.
Oh, and I see you back there again as well. I thought we lost it. I thought you disconnected entirely. But okay, I think we're gonna probably cut it there anyway because we're coming up to 9 now, and that is 2 hours. And I think this is a good cliffhanger to leave our stream.
Yeah. What are we leaving on?
We're leaving on a room showered in gore. I didn't really find anything else after we found a picture of their wedding day. And also, if you're in a point-and-click game and you find a picture of someone's wedding day and they had a date on it, then that's going to be a password.
Yeah, almost certainly.
And we found the coat hanger, we have the fishing rod, and the hand, and that's basically what we have at the moment. So we're going to go and see if we can get that synth working, and then we're going to go digging for our gadget. But that'll be for next time, I think. What do you think of the game so far?
Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah. No, I definitely see what you mean. I feel like that's just in generally a very influential game. But absolutely, I see what you mean about that thematically as well. Absolutely. But yeah, no, I'm excited. I've been meaning to... I started replaying it a couple of years ago because I briefly knew someone whose favorite game... that was their favorite game. And I got it again on the GOG release, I think. And I meant to finish it, and then I just didn't. So that's one that I might return to at some point. Oh, we can't hear you now. Hang on. Oh shit! Hang on, 1 second. I'll switch to.
Oh, is it because you're on a different screen?
Yeah, it's on a different screen. Okay, I'll have to fix the sound on the other screen. You should be able. Sorry. So what Lily said there was that this game reminds her of Beneath a Steel Sky, which is a game that I have thought about replaying and then maybe doing that on stream at some point. That's a pretty short game, if I remember correctly. That's like
not too long in terms of like the actual content. It's mostly that the puzzles are really difficult.
Yeah. I think if I were to replay it, it would be I would have replayed it. I would probably do a walkthrough. Honestly, I have no time for
it's a difficult game, and like in one of the ways that like point and click games are when they're just very obtuse.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. All right, so we've got to think of who to raid. I've got a couple of people we could raid. Liz is going. Iggy's going. Snapcube is going. Do you have a preference for who we should send people off to?
I mean, those are all good. There's also Laura K. Buzz. There's Gra.
It's been a while, I think, since we raided Iggy, so I think that might be a good one.
Yeah, let's go raid Iggy.
Iggy is currently playing Final Fantasy 14, and so please go and say hello to her.
Oh, we can tell her about the synth maid.
Oh god, yeah. Oh, that's perfect. Yes. Oh no, I don't know. Does she want to know about the synth maid?
Well, we can say that it was a powered synth maid with some blood on it and had probably been used for sex, and I'm sure she'll be fine.
Oh, that sounds good to me. Well, thank you so much for joining me, and I hope that we'll be back on Friday is the plan, but we'll see closer to the day.
Yeah, I hope my internet's better at that point as well.
Yeah, to be fair, we haven't had that many problems. You've sounded good the whole time. You've had some connection issues, but you've managed to be here the whole time. My computer hasn't thrown a fit or anything, so it's
not
all
yet,
good.
But there's still time.
There's still time. There's still time. But thank you so much for joining me, Lovely.
Yeah.
I can't pat you. I can kind of nudge towards you.
Wait. I can pat you. Hang on. There we go.
Thank you. Thank you so much. All right. Say hello to Iggy from us, and thank you everyone for chatting and for lurking. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye all.